missed you so much. Yes, I did. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I just got back from Kroger. We got a full haul to go through together. And I'm also gonna walk you through my weekly ingredient prep too. I got some fun stuff today, let me show you. I kinda wanna show you the fun stuff first because I'm just like so jazzed about it. So the thing I'm most excited about is this Sprite, Sprite Chill. So it is cherry lime flavored, but I guess it like gives you like a chilling sensation. It makes me wonder, oh my gosh, I'm making a huge mess. It makes me wonder if there's menthol in it, but I can't imagine there would be because that would be so gross. Do we see menthol on there? No. So interesting. I wonder what makes it taste chill then. I will report back. I was in the soda aisle because I was looking for the coconut cream Dr. Pepper that comes out super soon. I've looked at like 4 different stores and cannot find it. I did stumble across this today instead, so my spirits were lifted. Also, fun new thing I found, chocolatey chip pancake Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts, especially for a pre-workout. It's a perfect pre-workout snack if you ask me. 2 more new things. Late night Doritos, sizzling cheeseburger, and then I love sparkling ice. And I found this iced tea and lemonade flavor today. It says it's made with real tea, but it is caffeine free, so that's good for those who are looking out for the extra caffeine. Okay, that's the fun stuff. Let me show you the normal routine things that we got. Ross is in this like peanut butter and applesauce sandwich kick. I know it sounds like a weird combo, but it's actually really good. And so we have been making homemade applesauce and freezing it. And we just ran out, so I got a bunch of apples, and we'll probably make that today, actually, as part of our meal prep. So you get to see how we make our homemade applesauce. A couple russet potatoes just for like an easy dinner side dish. I usually like to like dice these up pretty small and add like olive oil and seasonings and air fry them. Or we'll just do like baked potatoes too sometimes. Cilantro, just to throw on to really whatever. This was on sale today. Some lettuce, some butter leaf lettuce. We'll use that to put on like deli meat sandwiches or as like a base of a salad. And then some mini sweet peppers. These we just eat as like a snack, or I dice them up and put them in salads or casseroles, soups, whatever I end up making. I also got opal apples, which are our absolute favorite kind of apple, and I only ever see them at Kroger. So I did get a few of these just for us to snack on, and the rest of these packaged ones, those will be for the applesauce. Avocados were a good deal. These are getting pretty ripe, so I might end up making some guac with this cilantro. And I already have some red onion too, and some lime. Blueberries were a great deal. They were less than $2 for each of these. So I got 2 of them, and if I don't get through them fresh fast enough this week, I will just freeze whatever I don't use and use them for smoothies. All right, moving on. Peanut butter restock, not very exciting, but we were almost out of that. Along with the iced tea lemonade sparkling ices, I did also get orange mango and peach nectarine. This is mostly for Ross. He's a big fan of these like squeezy energy caffeine things, mostly for when he goes to work. You can probably guess that I don't love the name Carb Master, but I do love the Carb Master products. They're all lactose free, which is great for those of you who like dairy but can't really stomach the lactose. I like to get these protein smoothies. They usually have about like 12 grams of protein in them, which is just a nice little snack. So I got 3 of those in different flavors. Also got some of their just like regular milk for my lattes. And then I love the Carb Master chocolate milk. It's very similar to Fairlife in terms of the nutrient composition. Need a restock on canned black beans and corn, restock on Cholula, and Ross is super into these sliced olives. He puts them on like pizza, salads, whatever. So we go through those pretty quickly. And then finally for our last little bit of proteins, string cheese always, shredded cheese always. We already have sliced cheese in the fridge, so we are all good on the different cheese varieties this week. I found these 2 things of salmon for a great deal. I'll probably have one of them today or tomorrow and then freeze the other one before it goes bad. Like, what a good deal. For salmon around here, this is like a steal. I should have got more, honestly. And then finally, taco seasoning. I like to get the reduced sodium one because once again, it tastes the same to me and I'm not missing out on that extra salt, and I get plenty of salt elsewhere. Exhibit A of my other salt sources. I love Kroger's Canadian bacon. This is really good in the morning for like breakfast sandwiches. And then I also got some deli chicken as well, just for sandwiches. And we already have bread. I have my sourdough, and Ross has his favorite bread in the freezer. Also didn't buy any tortillas like I usually do because we're all good on those also. And that's the full haul, y'all. I'm gonna get all this stuff put away, and then I will walk you through how we're doing our meal prep this week. I do have at least like one freezer meal I wanna prep, so I'll walk you through that. I'm also in the mood for chia seed pudding still. I am like on a real chia seed pudding kick. So I'll throw some of that together and then just do lots of ingredient prep. So the applesauce, cutting up our fruits and veggies, some onions, all that good stuff. We've got an iced coffee. We're gonna put our hair up and we're gonna get to prepping. I wish that I could play like some music or a podcast while I record these videos, but I don't think YouTube would like that very much. We're gonna start with the beef and bean burritos. Between that and the applesauce, those will be the most intense like cooking type things we gotta do today. So what we're gonna do is cook up some beef. We've got some refried beans. We've got tortillas, cheese in the fridge, taco seasoning. We're just gonna literally do beef, beans, and cheese. Fold them up, freeze them, and then I like to microwave them and then air fry them so they get all crispy when it's time to eat them. Just a super easy like weekday lunch or dinner. I'm gonna throw in this onion that I diced before. I like to sneak in really finely diced mushrooms too, but Ross always catches me when I do it. He's not a big fan of mushrooms, and so I've tried like sneaking them in without him noticing, but he always catches them. So we're gonna go sans mushroom today. Olive oil. Ugh. While the onions cook, let's crack open these beans. Going in with our taco seasoning. You could totally add like your own concoction of seasonings if you want to. I just love these because they taste good and they're so easy. Beef is done, so now we just assemble, roll, and freeze. Assemble, roll, and freeze. You guys may or may not know that my very first job was at a Taco Bell. So I'm sort of a whiz when it comes to rolling a burrito. Fun fact, it's actually where Ross and I met. I'm not even gonna bother with warming up these refried beans because they're just gonna go in the freezer. So we're gonna add a dollop of beans, a dollop of ground beef, a dollop of shredded cheese. And then, okay, are you watching? Here's how you fold a burrito. You take the two sides, bring them in, spread all the ingredients out, take the tail, bring it up, scoop everyone in, bring in the corners, and then we roll. Oh, this tortilla was a little dry, so it broke, but that's fine. It's still a good looking roll, right? And then I'm gonna wrap these individually in parchment paper so they're easy to just like grab out of the freezer. Done. I'm gonna throw these in this empty tortilla bag. And I've got 7 burritos ready for a meal. I usually serve these with like plain Greek yogurt or sour cream and or like some avocado, guac. So I dress them up once they are reheated. Next up, we've got applesauce. I just cleaned all these apples off. Literally all you need for this is a ton of apples, cinnamon, and brown sugar. The hardest part is this first part here, peeling and chopping all of these. All right, here we go. Last one. Woo! We're gonna gonna have applesauce for days. Like I mentioned, all we're gonna add to this is cinnamon and brown sugar. You could also just do cinnamon if you don't like it super sweet. And this really is like a measure with your heart moment. I love a lot of cinnamon, and I do also like quite a bit of sweetness, so I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed with both of these. And then we just throw it on the stove. We're gonna let it do its thing. All right, while that cooks down, we can do the rest of our prep. So I have a few fruits that are really toeing the line of death. I'm gonna get into them and see how they look. This papaya I've had for quite a while. These like golden kiwis are getting pretty close. So what we're gonna do is chop these up and make a little like tropical fruit salad. That way I am more inclined to eat it. If it's like already prepped, ready to go, all I gotta do is grab it out of a bowl. So we're gonna like dive into these guys and just see what's going on inside. First, a quick stir of our apples though. All right, first up we've got these kiwis. I know these are fine. And these are the golden kiwis, so they don't have that like super fuzzy skin. And so I actually just like eat the whole thing, all the fiber. All right, I need a bigger knife. Up next in our tropical fruit salad, got this mango. This one isn't as old as the kiwis and the papaya, so this should be good inside. I saw someone on TikTok cut it this way. We're gonna try that today. Kind of like you cut an avocado. Oh wow. We're gonna just try to scoop this out. Okay, we're gonna like dice up what we can. Moment of truth for this papaya that is almost as old as I am. Okay, she's looking all right. Her innards are a little bit crusty, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? It's not tasting great. I think we gotta just sacrifice it. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Tropical fruit salad is sort of a bust, but that's okay. Definitely could have got by with a smaller bowl. This will still be good. A good little fruity snack to have later. All right, next up, I'm just going to freeze these mushrooms. I got these last week for a recipe and I have no use for them for this week, I don't think. So I'm gonna freeze them before they go bad. And we have another papaya situation on our hands. And then these I got today, they were a good deal. And I think because they're like not looking the best, so I'm gonna rinse them off and put them in a new container. I feel like if they just sit in their own filth in this thing, they're gonna go bad fast. Into the freezer. Found the source of the sludginess. Back into the fridge. All right, I think all we really have left besides finishing up this applesauce is cutting up this cilantro and making chia seed pudding. So we're almost done. Cilantro's done. Real quick before we do our chia seed pudding, take a look at our apples. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and start mashing these two because they are nice and soft. All right, so applesauce is done. We're gonna get it into these mason jars, which are freezer safe. Also gonna fill this up for us to eat over the next few days. We like it a little chunky. I'm gonna let these cool a bit before they go in the freezer, but once I'm ready to do that, I'm putting on these lids and then they're good to go. And then once I want to eat this, we'll just pull it out of the freezer and let it thaw in the fridge. All right, friends, our final quest is chia seed pudding. But if you watch my weekly meal prep videos, you know the drill by now. 1 cup of your milk of choice. And a 1/4 cup of our chia seeds. I usually use a wide mouth jar. And then these 2 ingredients are optional, but I'm gonna add some liquid stevia. You could add any sweetener that you like, or none at all. And then a little bit of vanilla extract. And then we stir, and like I always remind you guys, we're gonna stir this a few different times to make sure that the chia seeds don't all float to the bottom. So don't just like stir it once and then throw it in the fridge because it will not set up. That's a wrap on this week's meal prep. We actually did some cooking today with the burritos and the applesauce. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this one. Be sure to subscribe so you always know when I'm posting new videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.